At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
Pahrump Nugget is giving away a laptop every day in the month of July at 8 p.m. Earn 3 times the entries on Sundays. Ask about our bingo specials, lower buy-ins, higher payouts, and free gifts. Where their fun never stops, the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners. News is brought to you in part by One Nevada Credit Union, where right now you can refinance your auto loan with rates as low as 2.98% and no payments for 90 days for qualified members. Call us today for details. 775-751-9880. News 46 is also brought to you by the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino. Located at the intersection of Route 372 and Highway 160, you can call the Pahrump Nugget at 775-751-6500, or you can visit their website at www.parumpnugget.com. News is also brought to you by Hope Counseling Services, where we specialize in behavioral health, inspiring hope for a brighter tomorrow. Call 775-727-0101 for more information.
Tonight on News 46, a gunman opens fire on a theater audience in Colorado.
The tax assessor's office will now be closed on Friday.
And a dedication ceremony for new county offices. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Zach Fuentes and Monique Murphy. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
And good evening. It's Friday, July 20th, 2012. I'm Zach Fuentes.
And I'm Monique Murphy for News 46. 12 people so far are confirmed dead and 59 injured following a horrific midnight massacre at the screening of the much-anticipated new Batman film called The Dark Knight Rises.
That's right. The man suspected of shooting up an Aurora, Colorado movie theater screening the new Batman film early today also left his apartment rigged with traps and various incendiary and chemical devices, as well as trip wires. Police say it could take days to work through the apartment safely. 5 buildings around suspect James E. Holmes' Aurora apartment were evacuated. Police say the 24-year-old Holmes was dressed head to toe in protective tactical gear as he set off 2 devices of some kind before spraying the theater with bullets from an AR-15 rifle, a 12-gauge shotgun, and at least one of 2 .40 caliber handguns police recovered at the scene. Deanna O'Donnell reports from the newsroom.
The shooting occurred inside a darkened theater packed with Batman fans, some in costume, for the premiere of The Dark Knight Rises. Screaming, panicked moviegoers scrambled to escape from the black-clad gunman who wore a gas mask and randomly shot as he walked up the theater steps. Holmes surrendered without resistance within minutes of the first calls from panicked moviegoers reporting a shooting inside the Century 16 theater. Police officers swarming to the theater encountered bloody, groaning victims streaming out of the theater. Others remained inside, many with gruesome injuries. Victims flooded overwhelmed hospitals. One of the injured was just 3 months old. The suspect was taken into custody near a car behind the theater and was identified by federal law enforcement officials as 24-year-old James Holmes. Holmes was studying neuroscience in a PhD program at the University of Colorado in Denver. Authorities gave no motive for the attack. The FBI says there was no indication of ties to any terrorist groups. Police said 71 people were shot with the suspect's AR-15 military-style semi-automatic rifle, a shotgun, and 2 pistols. The gunman, James Holmes, is scheduled to appear in court on Monday. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. Back to you.
Thank you, Deanna. Police released a statement from Holmes' family reading, quote, "Our hearts go out to those who were involved in this tragedy and to the friends and families of those involved," end quote. President Barack Obama said he was saddened by the horrific and tragic shooting, pledging that his administration was committed to bringing whoever was responsible to justice, ensuring the safety of our people, and caring for those who have been wounded.
One of our KPVM show hosts, Maria Hurst, is in Las Vegas at the Regal Cinema. She reports that the Regal is now searching all purses and no bags or backpacks are allowed in the theater. There is now security around the cinema. When asked if this is a new permanent policy of the theater, they could not comment.
It's such a horrible tragedy over there in
It
Colorado.
really is.
They've been hit hard with the wildfires, and then years ago, Columbine, back
Exactly.
in 1999.
And it's still fresh in everyone's mind
Exactly,
right now.
and actually that theater is less than 20 miles away from Columbine.
Wow.
So it's been a terrible tragedy for the nation. This is definitely going to go down in history. It has already been declared one of the worst mass shootings in the history of the U.S.
Yes.
So this is a terrible tragedy. Our thoughts and prayers are with those here at KPVM, are with those families and friends in Colorado and the rest of the nations as well.
Yes.
A terrible tragedy. Well, July 28th, 6 new deputies will graduate from the Nye County Sheriff's Office Academy.
The 6 cadets from the Nye County Sheriff's Office are in the final stages of training. They are set to graduate on July 28th. During their practical exercises last night, they pulled over a vehicle on Betty Loop Road that they soon discovered had a weapon inside. The cadets are put through many various scenarios in order to learn ways to protect the public and themselves. Cadets also learned how to handle a domestic situation in which 2 deputies played a husband and wife in a home that training officer Brian Jonas had set up. We spoke to Deputy Jonas at the last training about the program.
We'll be demonstrating their practical exams of everything they've learned for domestic violence, robberies in progress, burglaries in progress, prowlers, landlord-tenant issues, where we will have role players at different locations around, and they actually have to go through and demonstrate to us they know how to fix the problem for the public.
That is true. That is something that they need to learn, is to kind of defuse situations.
Exactly. We use role players that will try and agitate them or will be hysterical and out of control, and we want to see if they can actually verbally diffuse the situation.
Cadets were dispatched to the home where the dispute was occurring, with training officers watching closely and giving pointers, learning how to diffuse and handle various situations that occur in a heated argument. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And as we head into our first break, we go to our friend Jeff Simmons at the Prump Nugget.
Hi, I'm Jeff Simmons, the bingo director here at the Prump Nugget Hotel and Casino. We'll start off with our stage bar tonight and tomorrow night, Friday and Saturday. We have Kid Nick show. Now it starts at 6 o'clock, runs to midnight. So come on down. It's great music, great dancing. Also, every night in the casino at 8 o'clock, we have a drawing for a free laptop. So come on down, win yourself a laptop. You get 3 times the entries on Sundays. Then also at Lakeside, we got Deuce Coupe. This is July 28th. Everything starts at 4 o'clock. That's a free concert. They do have a barbecue and everything for everybody's enjoyment. But another time, come down, join us for our outdoor and great concert. All right, for bingo, the rest of this month we have lower buy-ins every day at the 11 and 1 and all day on Sunday and Mondays. And then we also have in August, every Saturday in August at the 1 p.m. session, we're having an 18-game special. That we're going to sell $5 and $10 packs. They pay $50 or $100. The coverall constellation will be $100 or $200 or $400 for the coverall. And that's every Saturday at 1 o'clock. And you can have an electronic special. You buy 5 $5 packs, receive 2 free, or buy 5 $10 packs and receive 2 free. So a lot of things coming up in August. We got free gifts Friday night, which is tonight, all day long in bingo. We got a free gift to all players. So come on down. We're looking forward to seeing everybody. All right, bye.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Children's Dentistry of Pahrump, specializing in sedation dentistry, now accepting adult dental implant. 7-4.
And welcome back to News 46. On Tuesday, dedicated the new Health and Human Services building located in the Calvada I. The building contains 3 offices: Veterans Services, Health and Human Services, and the Public Health Clinic, which also contains the WIC office for women with infant children. The cost of the building was $544,000, which contains several staff offices, waiting rooms, an examination room, and a playroom. The address is 1981 East Calvada Boulevard, next to the County Commissioner's Complex, and the phone numbers for all services have not changed.
And Tax Assessor Shirley Matson went before the Nye County Commissioners to request a change in the schedule for the Assessor's Office.
Now that money is really getting tight, it just doesn't make sense really to keep that office open.
So
In Pahrump mostly.
yeah, I hate to be the one with questions all the time, but this appears to be fiscally neutral. How is that going to save you money by closing the office on Friday? You're just your employees will just be working 4/10s.
Well, I was thinking of the larger picture, the savings to the county as a whole.
How?
Just by not being in there, not having the doors open, not having all the computers on, all the lights on, the air conditioning running for one day when we're getting very little business. Sometimes we'll have just maybe 5 people that trickle in, and it could possibly be them asking about something that has to do with the treasurer or the recorder.
How is that in the best interests of the citizens if they don't have access to the service on one of the busiest business days of the week, which is Friday?
Well, again, I'm thinking of the cost savings.
But that's not in the best interests of the citizens. The cost savings, I think would be, you wouldn't even notice them.
I think there's a huge cost savings because we are the largest of the offices. My other concern was, since I have less staff and trying to get in their furloughs, their annuals and so forth, I've always got somebody, I'm trying to spread them out too thin. If I could just have them solidly more or less on those 4 days, it would be more productive to us. We're not delaying to ask a question.
Well, any county office, they're not irritated just at your office, but I've had calls from a few people who said on Fridays when they do their running around and they find it really inconvenient to find the office is closed.
Well, what I have done since I was elected is I open at 7. And so we're allowing another hour in the morning for people that are very early and like to get in there.
They can go before work.
Yes.
Yeah. She's the elected official, and I just want to make sure that the citizens realize that this is that if they have a problem with this, they need to go to the elected official.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Aye.
I don't have.
About
That's
7.
a 5-0.
Yeah, I think that was we counted 7 ayes.
7 ayes, yeah. This was Commissioner Shinhofen's echo.
And that item did pass. The Assessor's Office will now be closed on Fridays.
Well, Viacom and DirecTV have agreed to a long-term deal that ended a 10-day channel blackout. Their new deal restored MTV, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, and other channels to 20 million DirecTV customers. According to terms shared by both sides today, DirecTV Group, Inc. will pay about 20% more to carry Viacom incorporated channels on satellite TV lineups. That works out to about $600 million in the first year of a 7-year deal. The companies agreed to annual single-digit percentage increases in subsequent years, and Viacom originally wanted a 30% increase. So that'll be interesting to see if DirecTV users' bills will go up, most
Exactly.
likely.
I want to see if my bill goes up because I have DirecTV.
There you go.
All right, folks, we'll have more after this break.